and preparing for battle. Each guy with his own approach to getting ready for what should be an excellent matchup. Greetings, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for our latest presentation of NBA basketball. In this game, we'll see the Utah Jazz against the Dallas Mavericks. This is Brian Anderson. I've got Tim Legler and Grant Hill at the table with me, and Ali LaForce covering us courtside. Two teams tonight trying to elevate to mid-season form, Grant, and really start to push to control each game.
And that gets more and more difficult as fatigue mounts. The travel miles climb and games just tighten up. But you know, BA, you just got to push through all of that and keep playing your best ball.
And now Dallas' starting group. We've got Washington. Anthony Davis is out there with Daniel Gafford. Then it's Flagg, and it's Christie in a two-guard. It's Mikhailuk on the wing, defended by Christie. Markkanen outside, takes the three. Always a nice way to start, makes his first one.
Shots like this help Markkanen get in rhythm. The D must be aware of his ability to catch and fire.
And here's Gafford. Back to Christie. And here's Flagg outside. Rebounded by Nurkic.
Well, he wanted to answer that three with one of his own. Unfortunately, he couldn't knock it down.
Markkanen from long range. Unable to get that one. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Ali LaForce.
I had a chance to catch up with Will Hardy. I asked him how they prepared for this matchup against Anthony Davis, and Coach responded saying, you have to prepare for his impact on both ends. Offensively, he's terrific around the rim and pretty much unguardable when his jumper is falling. And defensively, he does it all. Guys?
Great work, Ali. Thanks. On the wing, Davis. Pass to Flagg. Some nice ball movement by Dallas. Davis misses.
Yeah, he's got to be mad at himself for missing that one, especially considering the defense didn't really affect him.
Here's Sensabaugh. Just 5 to shoot. Utah needs to get off a shot here. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Oh, man!
Look out below!
And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
This guy is putting on a clinic for the people.
Yeah, I'm shocked. I can't believe he pulled that off in a real game. And at 6'10" with almost a 7.5-foot wingspan. Is Anthony Davis better at the 5 position, Tim?
Well, B.A., he's versatile enough certainly to handle either spot, but he's made it clear he wants to play the 4, and given his injury history, I get where he's coming from.
George in the post. From downtown, shot's good by Sensabaugh. Sensabaugh's gotten his second bucket on the night.
Yeah, great feed there by Markkanen. That's something this team wants more from Laurie.
There's a screen. Here's Christie. And a miss there on the triple. Utah leading by 5. To the paint. Davis on the double team. Mikhailuk, the pass to George. Back to Mikhailuk. Markkanen outside. And they'll turn it over. Couldn't get the shot off. A shot clock violation. And now it's time to look at the teams that have really impressed shooting from the field during the last 10 games. The Mavericks, number 1.
And over the last 10 games, they have done a great job at getting the shots they want and shooting a high percentage.
Now here's Christie. We saw him with 11 points in his last game. Connects from downtown. Christie's got 5 points.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Markkanen right side. Pass to George. This one for 3. Oh, and again, it's the Jazz from deep.
And there's a nice rhythm to his three-point shot. You know, George has a confident stroke.
Now here's Davis. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Here's Sensabaugh. Markkanen, the pass to George. Here's Sensabaugh. And again, it's Utah with a 3. Mavericks trail by 8. Pass the flag. To the middle. Here's Gafford. And the dunk by Gafford.
His playmaking is something to watch. Threading that pass right in there.
George passes to Mikhailuk. Now George lets it go from deep. Gets the 3 to fall. George has gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
Pass to Davis. Clock at 6. From behind the arc. Rebounded by Mikhailuk.
He's been off this whole period. Unable to sustain any kind of consistency.
3-pointer. George, no good. Mavericks trail by 9. To the inside, Davis.
Yeah, that's as easy as it gets for Davis. The defense can't let him get established positioning inside.
George passes to Markkanen. Back to George. Takes a 3. Gafford grabs the miss.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Some nice ball movement by Dallas. Washington finds Davis. The floater, and that's 2 points on the layup. And now just a 5-point Jazz lead.
Over the years, Davis has packed on a lot of muscle, and it's served him well right there.
A line change here for Utah. Dallas also making some changes. D'Angelo Russell, he's checked in for Christie. And it's Nembhard in for Washington. And it's Utah with the ball. All right, guys, we're lucky to have Shams Charania joining us now. Our 2K insider calling in with a story. What do you got, Shams?
Well, the Jazz have traded away a lot of their veterans. All-star Lauri Markkanen still remains. After a down shooting season a year ago, perhaps he needs to build his value back up around the league before they would consider moving him.
He can heat up in a hurry. Appreciate the update. Thanks, Shams. And it's Utah with the ball. After the basket by Dallas. 4-3. Davis with a rebound. Mavericks trail by 3. Here's Russell. Wasted no time with that shot, but it's off the mark. Drives to the hoop. Can't get the reverse layup to fall.
Bad offense against bad defense. The play looked as ugly as you'd imagine.
Pass to Collier. Now here's Filipowski. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. 1:53 left in the first quarter here. Russell with the ball. Nembhard outside. The shot is good, and this game is back to even.
And this is exactly how Russell does solid assist numbers. I mean, just great delivery on that play.
Driving to the basket, Collier uses the glass to finish the layup. Well, the Mavericks shooting 53%, setting the tone right from the opening tip. Here's Davis. Some solid defense from Filipowski.
Well, the defense challenged him just enough to force that miss. They really collapsed when he got close to the rim.
Nembhard, the pass to Russell. There's the drive. And legs, you look at this Mavericks roster, tremendous size up front.
Yeah, Brian, they've got great physicality up front, and that's what the league is allowing these days. So they've got the personnel to play some bully ball.
And there is an undeniable swagger to Russell's game. He plays with a ton of confidence and knows what he can do out there.
Here's Shibwe. George for 3. Got it. Makes him 4 for 6 from the floor.
Well, that's a tough matchup because he's skilled and relentless.
Nembhard, the pass to Thompson. Back to Nembhard. Fires for 3. It's hauled in by Collier. Utah leading by 4. Here's Bailey. Using his post moves to get the 2 points. 17 seconds left in the first quarter. Takes a step back. Pass to Russell. and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Dallas shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. Free throws good from Russell. So it's both teams making substitutions here. And so he hits both. Just 4 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. The baskets were coming early and often in the first quarter. Utah ahead. They lead by 4. And we'll return shortly. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. All right, guys, what do you think so far about the offensive approach for Utah?
Well, we're in the era of the three-point basket. So if you want to win games in this league, you have to connect from deep, and they have been thus far.
And their ball movement has been next level. When your team is playing unselfishly like this, that is tough to beat.
We've got Keontae George. He's out there with Collier. Filipowski out there with Bailey. And it's Hendricks in at the 4. That's the 5 on the floor for the Jazz.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
Clay busting it up inside.
Not just a jump shooter, Thompson is also more than capable of converting inside.
That's good from Collier on the assist by George. And the Jazz lead by 4.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Yeah, he took that up with great confidence. Tremendous finish.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Hey guys, the Dallas Mavericks are all in on defense. Coach Jason Kidd said, quote, "That's something you can hang your hat on, especially when your offense isn't going. Defense will give you a chance to win those ugly games. That gives you the opportunity to play for that bigger trophy." Back to you, BA.
Gotta have it. All right, Allie, thanks for the report.
I don't think anyone has ever gotten it off quicker than Klay Thompson.
Nice shot by George.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
For Dallas, they've gone 3 of 5 since the beginning of the second. Here's Nembhard. Russell, double team. Here's Marshall. Misses the 3. For Utah, they've gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. George with it, picked up by Powell. Back to George. Launches the 3. Oh, he drains it. His 6th making 9 tries so far.
He has been in a great flow tonight, converting at a high rate.
So for Dallas, Anthony Davis, he's checked in for Powell. Washington comes in for Marshall. And Christie subbed in for Russell. Mavericks trail by 3. Outside Christie. Some nice ball movement by Dallas. Pass to Thompson. 3-pointer. They grab their own miss. And finished off by Davis.
Man, if you don't put a body on Davis, he will destroy you. Second chance points a factor.
And here's Filipowski. Check by Davis. Now here's George. Shoots over Nembhard. And it's Utah scoring again. The Mavericks have gotten 4 of 8 shots to drop in the second. Pass to Davis. Back to Nembhard. Out to the right wing. Outside Christie. Thompson passes to Christie. 5 on the clock. No good on the 3.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
And here's George. Here's Collier. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Nice shot by George.
Ooh, they've been on fire from deep this quarter. Their percentage has been rising and rising.
Nembhard, the pass to Davis. Outside Christie. Washington a screen. The 3 from Thompson. The rebound by the Jazz. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And at home for the next game, it'll be Charlotte pulling in to face them. That'll be the second of a 2-game stretch at home. On target from range. And now a 9-point Jazz lead.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Pass to Christie. Now Nembhard. Davis a screen. The 3 from Washington. And he buries his first look.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
And when you give up a three, there's always this instinct to try and get it back immediately.
Lauri Markkanen's checked in for Utah. And Dallas also making a switch. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Thompson. Pass to Bailey. Here's Collier. George scanning the floor. And here's Bailey for three. Christie with a rebound. Mavericks trail by 6. And Grant, when it comes to pure shot-making ability, scouts love Ace Bailey's natural tools.
Yeah, when he's taking good shots, he can carry the offense. He needs to get a little stronger and clean up a few things, but his upside as a scorer is tremendous.
Here's Davis, following the three by Utah. Pass to Christie. From deep. And the Mavericks, another three!
Well, those are the ones you're happy to get every trip down the floor if you can.
Here's Bailey. He's guarded by Washington. For three. Markkanen misses. For Dallas, they've gotten 6 of their 12 attempts to go since the end of the first. And it's Washington missing. Jazz leading by 6. Bailey, the pass to George. To the right side. For three, Collier. Washington grabs the miss. Dallas shooting 47% on this one. Looking efficient. Pass to Christie. Here's the three. Pure from three-point range. Christie's got 11 points.
So after making 1 in the first quarter, he's now made 2 here in the second. Starting to get it going a little bit.
And here's Markkanen. Now here's George. Buries it from 3. George has got 27.
He's putting them to the test this quarter, attacking every chance he gets.
So Jason Kidd's decided to call timeout here. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. They put up a nice win against Sacramento last time out.
Yeah, and that one came down to their rebounding. There was a big gap between the two teams there.
I love it when a team comes out and sets the tone physically.
Flags checked in for the Mavericks. Back to Davis. Rebounded by the Jazz. Last game matched up with the Thunder. Tough loss there.
And games like that are backbreakers. To be so close to victory, but let it slip away is frustrating.
Look, I know it's easier said than done, but you've got to just move on. You can't dwell on it and let it affect the next performance.
So it's the Mavericks now, following the three by Utah. Here's Davis. Look at Davis go to work on the interior.
Hey, I know AD can step outside, but when he operates around the hoop, it really breaks down a defense.
For three, George connects again from distance.
Oh my, he is scorching hot. Another 3.
And he's approaching the franchise record for threes in a game. Pass to Christie. Back to Davis.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Some solid defense from Markkanen.
He was bothered just enough to miss that shot. That's good work by the defense.
1:43 left to play in the first half of basketball. Bailey's shot is off.
Probably not the shot they had in mind, but you can't fault him. He had a clean look.
Oh, a huge finish. AD, my goodness.
Davis makes things simple for his teammates. Just lob it up, and he will take care of the rest.
It's Markkanen on the wing. Pass to George. Let's go with a 3. Good! Another from 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
Now here's Washington. He's closely guarded. And here's Flag outside. Rebounded by the Jazz. George, right side. Pass to Collier. The 3. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Davis has got 4 rebounds now. Inside. And he jams it home with authority.
Assist
He
goes
put a
to
little flair on that one.
Washington.
Yes, he did. Man, he's a strong finisher, huh? George outside. Pass to Markkanen. Here's Bailey from deep. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Gafford's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
He is just ice cold. Luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
And stolen by Markkanen. And so it's Utah. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. Getting lots of great looks. Shooting it well. That's why they're up. We'll be right back.
Welcome in for halftime. And what's on tap, you at?
Offense is clicking right now. They're playing high-quality ball, selfless. I'm surprised they're not up by more.
That being said,
And now let's take a glimpse at some of the games on the upcoming schedule. Thanks, as always, for watching. Let's head back to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the second half.
And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. You got to like what Keontae George has done in this one.
And the bulk of his production has been generated along the perimeter.
Well, he's found his rhythm out there for sure. Now let's see how the defense adjusts to him in this half.
And you look for bright spots in this developing core for you. And again for 3.
He's got this defense scrambling. Even when they've got 2 guys on him, he finds a way to get to space.
And he's making some team history. He just tied the franchise record for 3-pointers in a single game. Here's George, following the score by Dallas. Fires from deep. He can't hit that time.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Down low. And Gafford gets it to go on the assist by Flag. Gafford's got 6.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
Pass to Mikhailuk. Here's Sensabaugh. Stolen by Davis. In transition, here they come. Nice shot by Christie. 13 points in the game.
Setting each other up beautifully. I love it. 8 of their last 10 points coming off assists.
George passes to Markkanen. Back to George. Fires the 3. Connects again from distance.
And he's now set the team record for most threes in a single game. What a shot he's got.
A lot of it stems from his confidence. Even when he misses, he's sure the next one's going in.
He powers through. Size and skill. That is a tough tandem to contend with.
For 3, George. And no good. Mavericks trail by 7. Pass to Washington. Puts up a 3. Sinks the tray. Washington's got his 2nd bucket on the night.
And right now, that's 5 buckets in a row. Looking like a well-oiled machine coming out of the break.
Here's Mikhailuk. Utah moving the ball around. Here's Sensabaugh. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. And the Jazz lead by 7.
Wow, 5 consecutive threes. This defense looking very frustrated right now.
Here's Flag. Back to Davis. The putback. It's good on the putback.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
To the wing, right side. Markkanen outside. George for 3. Rebound, Anthony Davis. Davis has got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Flag. Intercepted. To the middle. Here's Sensabaugh. Ooh, he's locked in. Dreams his 5th shot in as many attempts.
A point-blank range. That is too easy.
Mavericks trail by 7.
A calm in the storm, and these fans are feeling it.
He's been raining them down from outside. En route to the most triples in a game in franchise history. And midway through the season, here's a look at the Western Conference standings right now. You look at Dallas, They're way down there in the conference, but still optimistic they can turn it around. And, of course, the Utah Jazz, a couple spots down. Third quarter of basketball here. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Christie with a screen on George. And here's Flag outside. It's hauled in by Sensabaugh. Utah leading by 7. Nurkic passes to Markkanen. It's George on the wing. Launches it. Good! Another from 3.
And what a fireworks display he's shown us tonight. Just keeps hitting from deep.
Man, he's just exploded from deep tonight. That last make, tying him for second in most threes in a game.
Yeah, moving alongside Curry's mark from 2016. That was the top spot until Clay took it.
And it's Utah with the ball. After the Mavericks picking up a basket just a moment ago. George for 3. And again for 3.
And of course it falls for him. And that 3 pushing him into the record books.
Well, he is now tied for the most threes in a game. A night we'll never forget.
Yeah, amazing indeed. 14 triples alongside Captain Clay Thompson, that is.
Utah leading by 11. Well, Lauri Markkanen comes from a family full of athletes, Grant.
Oh, yes, indeed, B.A. Lauri's mom and dad were both pro basketball players, and so was one of his brothers. And his other brother is a professional soccer player, so it definitely runs in the family.
Chalk up 2 there.
And he's leading the charge for them, but let's be honest, he needs more help if they're going to get out in front.
He's doing everything he can to keep him in this game.
Connects again from distance.
And that is a 3 that will put him in the record books.
The most triples ever in a game. History being made.
Yeah, making waves and passing the splash brother, Klay Thompson. 15 threes and counting.
Utah making a switch here. Bailey's checked in. And Dallas with a change here too. Nembhard, he's checked in for Davis. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Hey, Brian. Lauri Markkanen is a 7-footer with touch, but he can also attack off the dribble. Referencing comparisons to Dirk Nowitzki, he said, quote, when someone hits a fadeaway jumper, they say, that's the Dirk. Maybe someday I'll get the drag step to be called the Lauri. Back to you.
That's a sweet move, too. All right, Allie, thanks for the report. Mavericks trail by 10. Here's Flag. Give him 8 points now. Pass to Gafford. And again, it's Dallas.
They're being put to the test, and he's doing everything he can to keep them in this game.
And here's Nurkic. George for 3. The Mavericks pull it in. Flag's got 6 rebounds in the game. Christie passes to Nembhard. Washington outside. From outside, off the mark. Jazz leading by 8. Pass to Markkanen. Utah moving the ball around. Here's Bailey. Back to Markkanen. 6 to shoot. The 3 is up. Gafford grabs the miss. Gafford's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Washington outside. Beyond the arc. Sends it home from three-point land.
3 points.
Washington's got 6 points in the quarter.
If he gets any daylight out there, he is capable of knocking that shot down.
Markkanen finds George. Markkanen outside to win the cold spell. And George gets it to go on the assist by Markkanen. George has got 54 points. Pass to Flag. Washington outside. Gafford with a screen on Markkanen. The 3 from Washington. And Dallas hits again from deep.
The three-point shooting has been on point here in the second half.
George passes to Nurkic. Here's Bailey. Back to George. Yes, it's good. George has got 56 in the game.
He's putting on a show this quarter, and the team's feeding off his energy.
Pass to Christie. Here's Washington. That one is off. Some solid defense from Markkanen. Here's Mikhailuk. Back to George. Markkanen outside. And here's Bailey for three. Oh, and again, it's the Jazz from deep.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
They have found a weakness in the defense, and it's on their ability to defend the three-point line. That's very smart use of the screen, and it sets up a very close look.
And so George will bring it up for Utah. Pass to Markkanen. Back to George. The three is up. Knocks down the long J. George has got 59 points.
Deep into the game, you rely on players like him to keep delivering.
Here's Nembhard. And off the front iron, and in it goes.
And as you can see, that shot is well within his wheelhouse.
3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And another one!
Oh, make that 61 points.
Everything is going his way right now. Now Washington, 14 points for him. From the arc. That shot, no good. And so it's the Utah Jazz closing out the quarter ahead by 11 points. Their work from distance has been impressive. And we return to the action as the single-game record for three-pointers is being rewritten.
Give this man his flowers. He is putting on a game for the ages.
Well, most NBA teams run their offense through their star player. But, Grant, that can leave a team vulnerable when that player has an off night.
You know, in a strange way, it's almost better if your star is out of the game. I know that sounds weird, but those complementary players get increased opportunities and are emboldened to do more.
They've got Collier. He's out there with George. Bailey out there with Kyle Filipowski. And it's Hendricks in at the four-man position. That's the 5 on the floor for the Jazz. And there's the lob. They swipe it. Here's Collier. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. And the Jazz lead by 11. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for Utah.
You have to be a fan of the energy they've played with on the defensive end. Active hands and feet, and it's come up big a few times for them.
I really like their effort in transition tonight, constantly pushing the pace and then turning that.
Oh, another one falls!
And he's nearing the single-game franchise scoring record.
Absolutely on fire. Already a night to remember and approaching some history. Left side, Davis. And the shot goes down. Davis has got 6 in the quarter.
You know, they're really being bullied right now defensively. 8 of the last 10 points have come from inside.
Pass to Bailey. Lets a three fly. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. George has got his 3rd assist of the night.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
And finished off by Davis.
And what a night. They just keep going to Davis.
Pass to Collier. Now here's Filipowski. Utah moving the ball around. George for 3. Another 3 for Utah.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Now Thompson. Fires the 3. They get it back. Davis.
And you really can't sleep on Davis's length, especially on the offensive glass.
And we've got a timeout called by Will Hardy, looking to get everyone dialed in and engaged. Markkanen's checked in for Hendricks. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Dallas. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Will Hardy said to the team. And Coach reminded his team that leads can disappear quickly in the NBA. He said if we get loose and they make a few shots in a row, then this is a ball game again. Do not let that happen, he implored. Guys.
Allie, thank you. Mavericks trail by 12. 4th quarter keeps moving along. 3 minutes gone by now. Davis looking it over. Here's Gafford. Ooh, he's been flawless tonight. Now he's 6 for 6.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. That's why they continue to get attacked.
George passes to Filipowski. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. George has got 4 assists in the game.
It's nice to see they're not settling for three-pointers. These guys are putting in the work inside. Well, if you came here looking for a scoring battle, I think you made the right choice.
We thought this might be the case coming in. Not a lot of defense out there right now.
One thing they've done well tonight, and that's rebounding.
Russell finds Nimhart. Going inside from outside the arc. Utah with the rebound. Filipowski's got 4 rebounds now. Pass to George. Here's Bailey, guarded by Russell. George for 3, and good! There's another!
Never in the history of the franchise have we seen a game like this. He's putting on a remarkable performance.
It's their all-time single-game scoring record. Their fans will be reliving this game for a long time. 6 on the shot clock. Oh, Davis asserts himself at the rim.
The best thing about AD is he can contribute in every statistical category.
It's George on the wing. Pass to Bailey. Now Markkanen. George outside. Here's Bailey. Back to George. Jacks up a 3. Thompson pulls it in.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
On the wing, Davis. It's tipped.
And this is crucial for Markkanen's overall development, that he ups his defense and looks to block some shots.
Here's Collier. George for 3. The rebound by Klay Thompson. Here's Davis. And finished off by Davis.
Now, he's been reliable tonight, but that's certainly not the case for his team in general.
Markkanen outside. And here's Bailey for 3. Mavericks with a rebound.
Sometimes it's just not your night. Fortunately, his teammates have picked up the slack.
And he lobs it up.
And what a moment it is for him and this fan base. Setting the scoring record for a game, he deserves to soak it all in.
So many great players have donned this jersey, but yet it's his name at the top of the list. A different look here for Utah. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Filipowski. Mikhailuk comes in for Bailey. And Sensabaugh subbed in for Collier. Dallas also making some changes. Washington's checked in for Thompson. Christie comes in for Russell. And Flagg subbed in for Nimhart. George for 3. Gafford grabs the miss. Gafford's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Washington passes to Gafford. Some nice ball movement by Dallas. Davis with it. Markkanen's there. That one drops for him. Davis has got 18 points now here in the second half.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
Pass to Markkanen. Here's Sensabaugh. George fires. Oh, connects again.
And he's now tied for the 4th most points in a game ever. He is hitting everything.
It is truly one of the greatest games in league history. He can't miss.
73. What a number. Tying Wilt, Luka, and David Thompson. Only Wilt and Kobe have more in a single game.
Markkanen outside. Now George. Let's loose for 3. Davis pulls it down. Mavericks trail by 10. Cooper Flagg. Can't get the 3.
Every possession counts for them right now. That's not going to get it done.
Outside George. Now Markkanen. He launches and got it. Another basket.
Unreal. He's got the 4th most points ever in an NBA game. This man is on another planet.
I mean, what can you say? One of the all-time great individual performances in league history.
Honestly, guys, I don't know how you stop him. He's in the mid-70s scoring-wise. Wilt's 78, Kobe's 81, and then Wilt's 100 are the only higher-scoring games ever.
Now Davis. Oh, a gorgeous feed. He hammered it down.
Yeah, talk about guys that like to go right to the rim. 80 is towards the top of that list. Nothing left to do but to watch the clock tick towards 0. Nice victory here for the Jazz.
This team did a lot of things well tonight. Number 1 was passing the ball.
And it was a team
Hits yet again. Wow!
that score moving him clear into 3rd all time for scoring.
Well, you just knew it was a matter of time the way he's been playing. I'm sure he's not finished.
He surpassed Wilt Chamberlain's less famous scoring mark from 1961, and Kobe Bryant now in his sights.
"27 seconds left in the 4th. Rebounded by Gafford. Here's Flag. Oh, what a jam! Holding nothing back. And here's George. Beyond the arc. So we see the Jazz taking the W here. Even early on in this game, they appeared happy to be playing at home.
And it makes a huge difference. Once they started to get into a groove, you never really felt like they wouldn't come out on top.
Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
Lori, an impressive win tonight. What do victories like this tell you about where this team is headed?
It gives us confidence. We showed that if we play well and we play defense down the stretch, we can beat. And we've shown it. We can compete with anybody. We just got to do it for a full game.
Confidence is key down the stretch. Thanks, Lori.
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. With Tim Legler, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson. As always, we appreciate you tuning in tonight. And let's leave you with our player of the game, Keontae George.